Hey, hi everyone. Once again, welcome back to my channel, Imtiaz IT Service. I hope everyone has watched the previous video, which have been you know, uploaded here, and I got the few views. I hope people like this video. Please, if you like, please share it and subscribe my channel, guys. And please share this video for the people who actually want to work on the string. Fine. Thank you so much. So let's start here by understanding what we have been discussing in the previous class. So basically, in the previous class, we have discussed about different ways to create the string, guys. One is by using string literal, and second thing is by using new keyword. And we have discussed in details, okay, about both the things. In today's session, whatever we have been discussed as of now, we'll try to take the few interview questions and we'll try to understand that. Fine. So let's begin now. First question, guys, which is very important. What is string literal? See, when I use a word of literal, okay, when I use the word of literal. A literal is nothing but assigning a value directly to the variable is called as literal. And we had different types of literal, guys. Among that, we have taken a string literal. If you want a recording video about the string literal or other types of literals also, please comment me so that I can make the video for the other types of literal also. Fine. Okay. Now let's understand about the string literal. A string literal is nothing but a sequence of characters enclosed in double or single. So double in case of the string, when I talk about single quote, we can use for a character here. Because in character, we can have the literals like where we can store our numbers, we can store the ASCII values, we can store the Unicode here. So basically, we can also store the characters. So when we're storing the single character, we use enclose in single quote here. So basically, in many programming languages, it represents a fixed value and often used to assign a value to the string layer. So means fixed value means we are not using the final keyword, where we cannot making the people to change it. But generally, the meaning here is we are trying to assign the value directly to the variable. So that is called as literal here. So for example, I've just taken example, guys, where I've taken two strings, S1 as well as S2 with the same content. So I just make the representation here because we already have discussed in the last video how the string constant pool and its behavior and what is happening when we store the string literal here. Fine. Okay. So if you want more details, please watch my previous video so that you can understand. Yeah. Fine. Okay. Let's move to the next question. How is memory allocation handled when using the new keyword for string literal? So basically here, this question is asking about memory management. What is happening here? Generally, whenever we use a new to create the string, okay, class object, memory is allocate inside the heap here. So this allows for dynamic memory management, but might be less efficient than using the string literals, which are often stored in specific section of the memory here, like a string master. So what exactly? If you just look at, guys, I've taken example here. So in this example, guys, I've just taken here the string s equal to new string hello. So whenever we use a new keyword, guys, no, basically the memory is going to occupy inside the heap as well as string constant code. But we are using the new keyword, so it is going to point always in the heap memory. And for every object creation, the JVM internally will generate the hash code, and the hash code will be converted to hexa. So for understanding purpose, I've just written here. Fine. So basically, the point here is whenever we use a new keyword, see, it doesn't bother. It doesn't bother whether the same content is available or not. So what is the meaning of this one? The meaning of this one is, for example, let's assume that I've just taken here string S1, let's say new string of hello. Okay? So what is happening, guys, in this case? In this case, it is going to create another new object, though the content is available already inside the heap. Still is going to create the new object here. Are you understanding, guys? It will create a new object here. And then S1 will be pointing here like this. Okay? I hope you understood now. S1 is going to point here. Okay. Because we are using the new keyword, it doesn't bother whether the same content of the string class object is available or not. Okay, na? So it will create blindly another new object. But whereas in case of string constant put, it doesn't allow duplicate content here, right? So in short, for understanding purpose, basically here, how is memory allocated? Okay, when we are using the new keyword here for the string class. So generally the answer is basically it will create new string here and memory is going to occupy inside the heap. And this memory allocation can be done dynamically, guys. Okay, na? Right. Right. Let's move to the next question. What is string constant pool? This is very, very important. This is string constant pool. Okay, na? So it should be, we'll take here singular string constant pool. Okay, na? String constant. Maybe the spelling mistake I've done, guys. What is string constant pool? That is SCP. So basically, guys, the answer for this question is if somebody asks you what is exactly the string constant pool, in Java, string constant pool is a special memory block inside the heap only, where JVM will be stored string literals. Okay, now the purpose of the string constant pool is to optimize memory usage by reusing the common string values instead of creating the new instance for each occurrence of the string literal. So, what is the meaning of this one here? See, as I said for you, whenever we use a new keyword, okay, blindly it is going to occupy the memory inside the heap as well as SCP. And generally what happens is if you create the two string object with the same content by using the new keyword, what happens guys in this case, it will create new object every time in the heap memory. But when you're talking about string literal, whenever we use the string literal, it will create directly inside the string constant pool. And what is the behavior of the string constant pool? String constant pool behavior is it does not allow duplicate content. It does not allow duplicate content. So for example, for understanding purpose, I've taken an example, string s1 equal to cat. So we are using the literal. So directly the memory is going to occupy in the SCP. String s2 equal to cat. Now this time what happens guys now? First thing is the JVM will cross check whether whether the same content of the string class object is available or not. If it is available, then it won't create the new object. Rather than creating the new object, it will refer to the same reference here. That is same object reference here. So now what if that if we have the different object, then it will create the new object. Okay? So that's the behavior of string constant pool. Now, generally, another point is, which is very important, guys. Basically, what happens like whenever we use a new keyword, as I said, it is going to occupy inside the heap, right? Now, what happens like when the heap memory is full? So whenever the heap memory is full, and if you are not using anything, that means we are making null reference here. In this case, garbage collector will remove the unused things from the heap here. But garbage collector will not enter into the string constant pool. This is a very important one, guys. Garbage collector will not enter into the string constant pool. Okay. And the question is here is if the garbage collector is not entering to remove the unused things from the string constant pool, then how the unused things can be removed? Or if the string constant pool is full, how the memory can be utilized properly there? So answer for this is generally in case of string constant pool, if memory is full, then automatically if required, it will be handled by itself. Then. So that's the answer for that here. Okay. And the third thing is, if you see the string str new we are using here, so as I said, it is going to occupy inside the heap as well as string constant pool. But string constant pool is already there, it will not create, it will create only the heap memory. Now, if you are using equal operator to compare the references, S1 and S2 both are pointing to the same thing. So we'll get true because both are pointing to the same reference. Whereas S1 and S3 both are pointing to the different memory block. So that is string constant pool and the heap. So both hash code will be different. So that's the reason I'm getting what a false here. Okay. So this mechanism known as string interning. So what is the meaning of string interning here? A simple thing is As I said here, whenever it try to create new object, before creating an object in the string constant pool, it will cross check. What it will cross check, guys? It will cross check whether the same content of the string class object is already available or not. If it's already available, guys, then in this case, it won't create the new object. So that's a behavior of what? That's a behavior of what? What ma? String constant pool. So that is nothing but string interning here. So string intern means when a string literal is encoded in the Java code, the JVM will check the string constant pool. If the string is already present in the pool, the references to the existing instance is written instead of creating the new object here. Okay, na? If the string is not found, as I said, new string object is created in the pool and its reference will be written here. So that is nothing but string interning here. Fine. So I hope people have understood what exactly is string constant pool. So guys, I request for you to stop this, think and understand. And again, you watch again so that you can understand properly whatever the points I have discussed for you. Fine. Okay, so move to the next question, guys. Why the string class made immutable? See, basically, when I talk about mutable, or generally the object is mutable, or some objects are immutable. When I say the mutable means we can modify the content, whereas immutable means we cannot modify it here. So string here class is made immutable in Java for some of the reasons. The first reason, if you just look at here, is talking about thread safety. What's the first reason is talking guys now? It's talking about thread safety. The first thing is thread safety here. Second reason, what is talking guys now? It is talking about security. What a security. Third reason is talking about hash code. Okay, and fourth reason is talking about optimization of the like a string constant. See, basically, when I talk about thread safety, it's talk about multiple threads there. Okay, we'll discuss about thread and how generally thread safety will be occur. All the things we'll try to understand in future class. And also, I'll be discussing in the coming video whether the string class is thread safety or not. All the things we'll discuss separately here in the coming videos. Second reason is security. When I talk about the security, guys, now security reason is like generally whenever you work with any applications, right? So for example, when you're working with any login applications, we'll take what username, right? I'm just taking username and I'm taking the password. So generally, basically, once you store that password here, you don't want anyone to be change the password here, right? So obviously, right, it doesn't want anyone to be change the password. So in this case, security is going to provide because it's a immutable, immutable because once you create it, you cannot be modified it. Hash code stability. So as I said for you guys, whenever we use a new keyword for every new keyword, it is going to create a separate memory application, and for a separate memory application, it will generate each hash code. So that means whenever the object is created, separate hash code will be generated, and that hash code will be unique for every object here. Okay. Next one is optimization like a string pool. As I said here, if you're working with the string literal, only one object will be created with the same content instead of creating the new object because it is going to point the same reference. So this is simplifying the memory management and it will promote a consistent and predictable API design here. Fine. And last thing is, as I said, immutability ensures that string object is created. We cannot change the value. So as I said, example, if you taken the username admin and the password, you don't want anyone to be change it, right? Because this is how we have been registered and you don't want anyone to be modified it here, right? So because of this reason, thread safety, security, hash code stability, and optimization, because of this here, the string class has been made immutable. Still, I'll be discussing more when I talk about in the collection hash table so that you can understand, okay, very properly there. Fine. Okay. Let's go to the next question, guys. Last question. Difference between string literal and the new keyword. See, there are the few things I've taken. There are so many differences. There are few things I've taken in short so that you can understand here. First one is in terms of memory, string literal will be stored in the SCP, that is a string constant pool. And whenever we use a new keyword, as I said, it is going to store in the heap memory there. Syntax. What is the syntax here? In case of string literals, we use double quotes, but here we use a new keyword. Example, guys, string str equal to hello is a literal. and new string hello, we are using the constructor where we are creating the object expressly by passing the content here. And next one is what, memory efficient. So as I said here, it is string literal is a more efficient due to the string constant pool. Whereas whenever we use the new keyword, as I said, if you're taking the same content with a two different string object, it will occupy the separate memory because we are using the new keyword. Fine. So these are the few things, guys. I have just make you this video for you to understand whatever we have been discussed so far. According to that, I have made these questions. I hope people have understand this video. Uh, I request for you again and again watch this video so that you can understand properly there. Fine. And next thing is in the next session, we'll be discussing about string methods. Okay. So what exactly the string method available? We'll see the couple of examples. We'll take the few problems and we'll be trying to solve them here. Fine. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I hope you have understood this concept, whatever the things, whatever the interview questions we have been discussed as of now. Fine. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel, like this video, and please comment it here. Please comment, guys. Fine. That's it for